Hello, YouTube, being from the bedroom here, your guitar junkie. So, um, there's before I even start, if you're one of those people that just like to troll other people because they're playing a Chinese copycat Les Paul guitar, or even if it's not a USA Gibson Les Paul, or even an Epiphone for that, if you're one of those people that just like to look at other videos and leave nasty comments about how you should do 5 years because you're supporting a counterfeit, guitar, um, and why don't you just sell all your junk, cheap guitars and buy one good, USA Gibson or anything like that. If you're one of those people, then stop watching the video right now. Don't even think about leaving a comment and move on. So let me start with this is my 59 Greenie Moore Les Paul copy of from AliExpress. It's a Gibson of a Gibson Les Paul guitar. Now there's a guy called Get On It Guitars out of Australia. Nice guy. He's got a video where he shows his Chinese made, Gibson with a Gibson logo on the headstock guitar, and he shows you, the guitar, where he got it from, what he did to it. He plays it. He lets you hear it. And I asked him. I said, "How is it that I don't see any negative comments on your video? I'm looking at about 20 nice comments, and not one nasty one. Like, do you delete them, or do you even get them?" And he replied, he said that yes, he gets them, he's got them, and he's basically done with his channel because of it. And I'm like, no, don't even let these people beat you down. Just because some asshole, likes to look at. Oh, by the way, forgive my language. I'm in a bit of a pissed off state right now because of the comments I've been getting on all my guitars that are made in China, even my Harley Benton guitars. uh, People are just going nuts. And if this is what fuels you in the morning, they wake up and you're so full of rage and anger that you want to look at a Chipson video or any kind of copycat Les Paul and just leave a nasty comment because that just thrills you, just fills your day with joy, and piss off. So, forgive my language for that, for my fans that are religious and may not care for that sort of thing. You might want to put headphones on or stop the tape. I should have made that disclaimer right after I made the disclaimer with that if you don't like Chinese made guitars, to stop the video and move on and don't even leave a comment. And any nasty comments I'm going to see, I'm just going to delete. I'm not even going to reply to them. I'm just going to delete them because if you're that stupid to see that I just said that in the beginning and just still feel the need to fill your heart with joy because you want to just rip someone apart and attack someone, and call them names and tell them how if you sold all your cheap ass guitars, you could afford one good guitar, bite me. So yeah, this is my Chinese made Gibson Les Paul 59 Greenie Moore, and I got this from AliExpress. And when I got it from the guy, the guy, the maker, the manufacturer, I was going back and forth with him. It took over 2.5 months to get it, and he showed me pictures of this actual guitar that I was going to get. And the pictures that he showed me, it showed a complete black headstock. All right. Now I don't know if he had black tape up here, if he photoshopped it or something, but as far as the especially the back having almost identical scratch lines and dents to it, because I I counted them to make sure it's the same exact guitar. It wasn't supposed to come with anything on the headstock, and my plan was to have a decal made up that says Greenie Moore in a curved and put it on the headstock. I was looking on, I have a decal guy that could make that for me. And that's what my plan was. Much to my surprise, when I got it, it said Gibson with the Les Paul signature in here. And you could see I used super glue gun to get that Les Paul out of there. And I couldn't remove the Gibson because it's in the wood. It's not like it's it wasn't like anything like this. I tried it. I tried a little sample on here and it wiped right off, but it took a while. It took me, you could see it. You could see where it used to be. It's like a flat spot here. I tried a little spot here and it just didn't work. So this is as close to a Gibson headstock that, or logo on a headstock that you can get. And it wasn't supposed to come like this. So I'm not trying to deceive anyone. I'm not trying to, support a counterfeit market on guitars. I just wanted something that's just like anything else that's a counterfeit. If you can get a counterfeit gun from World War II, like I have an old 45, 1911, and I wish I had almost one of each. My game plan 20, 30 years ago, even longer, when I first got that one, was to buy the 45 and to buy the Luger and to buy the German 9 and to get the P3 38, and all of that, just to put them in a glass case and to hang them on my wall. And for the same reason here. So I didn't expect this to be as great of a player and as great as a guitar as it is. I thought it was going to be like almost okay playable, but a wall hanger of my favorite, one of my favorite guitar heroes, Gary Moore. That's the picture behind me. That's the actual pick that he's using in that photo on that guitar, taped to that photo. I was lucky to get one last email from him before he passed away. So yeah, this thing here, I got it 318, shipped right to my house from China, and all I did was I changed the locking tuners. I kept the tuning pegs to look identical to the ones that Gary had on his Peter Green guitar, and I just changed the pickups because the pickups that came with the guitar were junk. They were microphonic, and I figured if I got these from Australia, might as well put 500K pots because they had dime-sized pots in here as well. And yeah, that's what you get when you're buying a guitar from China. You might not get the best electronics. You might not get the best pickups, volume and tone pots, but you're going to get a decent body of a guitar, and that's what you're buying for. You're buying the good bones of the guitar, and then all you got to do is replace the electronics 9 times, or should I say 7 times out of 10. So yeah, this thing here is my Chinese copycat of my Greenie Moore, and I absolutely love this guitar. And it's always this and my Harley Benton that I pick up on a daily basis. Now I have 5 Chinese-made Les Paul copycat guitars. They're called single cut or single cut LPs that I think are better than any Epiphone that is out there. And I'd rather have these 5 than one good USA made Gibson. So, and that's just me. And if you don't feel that way, that's your opinion. So yeah, you have that one. And I started with that one first because everyone just loves, anytime I put my AliExpress Gibson 59 Greenie Moore video, if I make any other kind of video, like I think I have 3 on those, 3 or 4, I get ripped apart with nasty comments and just people acting like assholes. So this is my Amazon Leo James guitar, and this was $179. And I kept the same tuning peg key ends that came off of here, but I changed it with locking tuners. This has an ebony fingerboard. This has a tiger maple veneer top. And I also changed the pickups. So $32 for the locking tuners, $52 for this neck pickup, $67 for the bridge pickup. And I just changed the knobs. I I my guitar guy, my tech, put 500K volume and tone pots in here for me for free. So this is $179 guitar. Add what I just said onto that, and I'm still under 400 bucks, right? On this vehicle, on this here instrument. And man, this thing here, it just blows me away. Now this is better than my Epiphone that I have. This has a belly cut, ebony fingerboard. It's a thin line body. You could see the input jack. The cap just has enough room to fit on the body. Let me just grab this one to show you how much more room you have. A little bit more wood, okay, on a standard body LP. So this is just slightly thinner. And this is a great guitar. I'm super impressed and amazed by that guitar. My favorite that I pick up, it's either going to be my Gibson 59 Greenie Moore every day, and this, my Harley Benton. So the only thing I did was I kept the tuning keys to resemble the ones I removed, but I just put locking tuners on here. And this has a Graphtec nut. This has stainless steel frets. The other only thing I did was I just changed the knobs. So other than just changing the knobs, because I like the look of these knobs and I like fat knobs, and having locking tuners on, and believe me, it stayed in tune, but I don't like to wind strings. That's why I change to locking tuners constantly. This is a AAA flame tiger maple top. It's not a veneer, it's a top. It's a proper cap on here. It's about that thick. And I had people arguing with me, oh, there's no way that, it's got to be a photo finish or it's got to be a veneer. And I had to put a link to another guy from England that actually removed the neck pickup and scraped the black paint, the coating they use to shield the pickup, and is also on the phone with Tomans, asking them, saying, yes, this is a proper 6mm cap on here, chambered. So this guitar here, and it's got the nice cutaway to get to the back. I bought this. This goes for $266 at the time. It was $260 when I was purchasing this. Now they're up to $266. And they had a 25th anniversary sale. These went down to $195. But I bought this as a B stock, and it came with the plastic still on the pickups. And the only thing it had was the clear coat. It had a blemish in the clear coat. And I had marks down here, but the marks wiped right off. And I just made it like a satin finish back here. I taped off the headstock and the bottom where it goes into the body. And I just put some 000 stainless steel on there. I put some sandpaper back to stainless steel. Then I oiled it. So it's got a nice, smooth satin finish. And this is, I believe, the, it's not a, I forget how to pronounce, it's not laurel rosewood. It's a different kind of rosewood. I can't think of the name right now. But yeah, this was $205 B stock. And these are my two. This one and my Greenie Moore that I pick up every day. And you can't compare this to an Epiphone, because this will blow an Epiphone out of the water any day of the week. And I'd rather have, again, these top 5 Chinese-made copycat guitars than one USA Gibson Les Paul. So yeah, this is, and the Tesla pickups sound amazing on that guitar. Going up in price, this was $295 a couple of years ago. And I think this company started in 2018, I believe. This is another guitar. It doesn't say, it's my Bad Cat guitar. And it doesn't say where it's made, but this is made from China. And this is as close to a 59 copycat that you can get. And that's what the guy that was, because I saw a news article, a video news footage. I think it was an English guy that went to China and met the owner that makes these guitars. Um, and he changed the name now from Bad Cats to something else. But this thing here has titanium frets with a rosewood fingerboard. And the only thing I did with this, again, I put locking tuners on and I changed the pickups. $80 and change for these Zebra pickups. And again, my tech, he put 500K speed knobs in my volume and tone, and I didn't even ask him to, but he did it, and you know, the job was done. So I wasn't. It didn't seem, reasonable for me to complain about it. But you can see this is the standard size LP, and you can see how you've got more wood here than on the Leo James. And still, that's better than any Epiphone, and I'd rather have that than a USA Gibson. Now, the fifth and most expensive Chinese-made guitar that I've ever spent money on. I just wanted to see if this Indonesia is the Harley Benton. Let me see what this says. This doesn't say anything. But I think that the guy that makes the Leo James is from China. I think he's from China and makes these. Did I look at? I said nothing. Now this one here. This one says. This doesn't say where it's made. But this is my vintage guitar. All right. The print is very fine. It says vintage, a John Holmby Skewers production. It's so I can't even. I would need a magnifying glass. Something vintage with a serial number on the back. So again, the only thing I did was I changed the tuners. I put locking tuners. I kept the tuning key pegs to resemble the ones I took off of here. And I changed the knobs. And you know why. So this one here, I bought this used from Guitar Center for $3.99, shipped to my house. And I am a platinum customer of Guitar Center. So I would have to say half of the times I don't even pay for shipping on a guitar because I'm a platinum customer. And I mention that. And sometimes I get free shipping, sometimes I don't. But this was $3.99 shipped to my house. This is my vintage Ace Frehley guitar with the 3 pickups. Vintage, Wilkinson pickups in here. And I've never liked Wilkinson pickups before, but these sound amazing. I think this is because these are newer, this is a 2019. And this was a reissue of the first batch that they made. I think the first batch was black. But this is a Tiger Maple, and I believe this is a Tiger Maple veneer top. I don't want to say it's a cap. I'm going to say it's a veneer top. Cherry Sunburst. And this is although it looks dark enough to be ebony, it looks like a very dark Indian rosewood. It's a rosewood. But I've had Indian rosewood guitars, and they either look chocolate brown or they look really black like ebony. So this is a real dark rosewood fingerboard with the nickel frets. So yeah, this was probably the most money I spent just on a guitar alone, $399. These go for anywhere from like $400 to $500 to $600 used on these guitars. And The only thing that I don't like about this guitar is that the sharp horn. I just wish the horn was round like all the others. I wish it was just as round as this one here, because all of them are round, have round horns. It's the only one that's got this sharp horn. And this Leo James, in the photo, it doesn't look anything like this on Amazon, first of all, right? It's like a smoked tiger maple veneer cap on veneer top on here. And this in the photo showed a sharp, like this one, a sharp horn. And much to my surprise, it's a nice curved horn. So again, pleasantly surprised about that one. I just wish that vintage guitars did the same thing. I just wish that they made a round horn, because I see other vintage guitars that I'd like to get. They also make one of these in black, but I just, and it's just me, I'm silly that way. I just don't like the sharp horn on there. It almost looks like, you know, like an SG kind of thing. So yeah, these are my 5 top Chinese made Les Paul copycat guitars. And I'd rather have these 5, because I could almost guarantee these are going to, you know, 4 out of the 5 of these I'm going to keep for always. So I'd rather have these than have one USA Les Paul. I'd rather have all of these than have a 59 reissue USA made Les Paul. I'd rather have all of these than the $50,000 Gibson USA. They don't even call it Greenie more. They call it Greenie, the guy from Metallica, whatever his name is, got his name on it. It's like almost like Gary Moore doesn't even exist, even though he's the one that made this guitar more famous than Peter Green. Yeah, so I'd rather have these 5 than the $50,000 USA one. I'd rather have these 5 than the $20,000 USA copycat Greenie Moore. And that just goes to show you how much these guitar manufacturers are ripping people off. And that also goes to show you how many disposable incomes that these people have, that they have FU money that they could just piss it away, 50 grand on a guitar. And I guarantee the guys that buy those guitars are probably doctors and lawyers and don't even know how to play guitar. So, and I'd rather have 5 of these than the USA $3,200 Greenie Moore or Greenie whatever his name is from Metallica. That's remnants of a 50s. They don't even really relic it to look like this. It's almost like a new kind of guitar. That's still a rip. I'd rather have these 5 than that guitar. So if someone were to say to me, offer me one of those 3 guitars for any 5 of these, I would be a fool to say no, because I would, not only would I do it, I would sell that guitar so I could buy these 5 back again, because I could always get another, you know, Greenie Moore, 59 Greenie Moore copycat from AliExpress or from eBay. And I know I could find a bad cat somewhere. I know I could always get a Harley Benton. I know I could find a vintage. Might take some time to find another Ace Frehley vintage with the 3 pickups. And I know in a heartbeat I could order another Leo James guitar and from Amazon. They're still for sale, and they went down to $169. So if you don't buy one of those, you're missing out big time. So that's it. That's all I've got to say about that. Thanks for watching and sticking through it. And have a good day. And a better tomorrow.